Blessing, shalom fam. For those who do not know, my name is Crystal. Welcome. Gracie. I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm just coming here for a quick little word. Forgive me if I'm just trying to rush it a bit. I don't know. I was totally feeling great this morning. Then all of a sudden I'm just getting hit with major warfare and the enemy's just attacking me harshly right now. But I know I need to get this word out, so I'm going to do it now. Again, this word is not for everybody. Everything I say, take it back to God. Let God speak to you about it. And before I get into the word, I'm just saying, if there is a word that you hear, I don't know the answers. You need to go to God for the answers. You need to spend time with him in the secret place. A lot of times, when you're seeking God and you're looking for answers, the Lord will give you a message, and that person is there as a confirmation to help you through. But even then, if you do get a confirmation, still take everything back to God just to double check and make sure. Okay. I love you guys, but like I said, I don't know what the answer is. God only speaks to me in part, and whatever that he wants me to release is what I'm going to release. Whether if I like it or not, I still need to be obedient to him. So this word today is not for everybody. It's only going to be for a selected few, those who are doing God's will and they submit to his leading. So they let God lead and guide in everything that they do in obedience to him. This is who the message is for. And you are still waiting on your purposes and your calling. You know the things that the Lord has already spoken to you already on these things, but you are just kind of in a waiting and transition. So before, if you watch my video before, God has to have things set in order for for your purpose and your destiny to start to happen, right? I hope I'm making sense. But this is who it's for, okay? Again, everything I say, take it back to God and let God minister to you however it sees fit, okay? So I'm going to talk about the dream and then the interpretation of the dream. So this place I was hidden, it was more kind of looked like a campground, but it wasn't, because there was little houses, and it was a secluded place. Not many people were around, okay? So I did notice that, there was kind of side by side houses. They were tinier, kind of like if you were to go camping and you kind of rent a house. It was kind of like that, like a cabin kind of type deal thing, but they were kind of newer. So when I went into one, I just kind of looked, but then I remember the second one that I went to go look at, there was a small kitchen, had the appliances and whatever food on top. And then I kind of went around and there was another room. So it was kind of like a smaller living room. But for some reason, I knew that there was a Murphy bed, and the bed kind of went from the wall down. And then I remember it sitting, and then that was and then I was outside. Sorry, I don't want to get confusing. I was outside, and then I was walking on the grass, and there was only maybe 4 to 6 people, and they were together in a group, but they were tossing the ball back and forth, and they were playing catch with a football. And I remember walking underneath the football, if the ball goes past you, kind of like monkey in the middle kind of type deal thing. That's exactly how it was. And it was calm, peaceful, everybody was happy. And then that was the end of the dream. Okay, so I'm going to get into the interpretation of the dream. So again, those who are doing God's will and are submitting to his leading and guiding. So the Lord is saying, with these select people that were in the dream, there were only a few. So the Lord is saying that he handpicked only a select few to go with you where you need to go. And it's going to take teamwork, because of the football. When you play a game of football, you have to work as a team, because if you don't, how is the game going to work? It just doesn't work that way. You can't go on your own. It requires teamwork. So the Lord was using the football as an example. So tossing it back and forth, you have to put in the work too, also, as they are going to. Again, let the Lord minister to you however it seems fit. Okay, so these people too are going to give you some kind of like a godly teaching. Also, they are going to deliver personal messages. I don't know what they are. Like I said, I don't know the answer. But again, if it speaks to you and in your spirit, take it back to God and let the Lord tell you more on it. Okay. So let's see here. What else? So yeah, so discernment too is key in this hour. We all need to have that, especially in this time, because whatever that God blesses, the enemy is going to come and try to destroy it, as he only comes to kill, steal, and destroy people's God's plans. So that's why too it's so important that we must have discernment in this hour to know what is of God and what isn't of God. And so like, just like say, I know that you are protected and that you are hidden in God because it was a secluded place. So knowing that you are hidden and protected by him, but you still need to be vigilant and you still need to be careful, because you know God will have a plan, but the enemy will also have a plan too. And it's not to scare anybody, but this is the truth. So like say if there was a certain amount of money, was like a large sum of money presented to you, or a job that you know that's something that was like so good to be true kind of type deal thing, you know, God will present that thing, but also Satan will do it too. So it could be, it's like a counterfeit, it's like a duplicate, but it's not the real thing, right? So to know, how do I say it? Kind of like a life lesson learned, what the Lord has shown me, to have discernment to know whether if it's coming from God or if it's coming from the enemy. So like say if there was a big, someone sat you down and you were being presented with a lot of money, a big sum of money. I'm just using that as an example, okay? So it's great. The person's presenting it to you, and if it seems like it's too quick, it's being rushed, and you're not having time to think, and you just start feeling anxiety, like all these things that are all negative, that is coming from the enemy. Because if it comes from God, you are going to have peace. You know, you tell the person, hey, you know, can I take it back to God in prayer, and I'll get back to you with an answer whether to accept that money or not. They will be fine with that. But if it's coming from the enemy, no, he's going to make you want to decide a big, quick, rational decision like right away. So that's how you know it's a tip. Yeah, basically it's a tip. So you know whether if it's coming from God or if it's coming from the enemy. So I just really wanted to tell you guys that, because a lot of people don't know that. They just think, you know, like you are presented with something great that, you know, hey, it's God because my blessings are here, right? But no, you know, it's always going to be, God will allow the enemy to do it. But this is why too, he wants you to seek him in the secret place to know what is of him and that what isn't of him. So I hope I'm making sense in that. And yeah, so again, discernment is key in this hour. But again, this word is not for everybody. So you will know that this word is for you as you are in waiting, you are in a transition. You know the things that God has spoken to you about regarding to your calling, your destiny, all the things that God has for you. So I love you guys, and I hope you guys are having a blessed day. And when the Lord leads me again, I will be back, okay? So again, thank you guys, and I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Shalom.